Today's video, we're going to be continuing to climb in merge tactics, and we're going to be using clan, rangers, and throwers. It is really, really good. You guys are going to enjoy this video. We got over an hour-long video with me answering a whole bunch of questions from you guys. So if you guys are interested in having me answer your question about whatever, comment it down below. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's life, if it's opinions, if it's religion, if it's talking about what type of dog I think is cool, I don't know. I'll do it. So make sure that you guys comment those down below. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for using the code MOLT. Let's get into it. All right. Let's get into it. Having some fun. Doing some stuff. Hope that you guys had a good holiday season. Look at this. We've already got clan, and we're about to have throwers as well. But I need to lose the first one. So I'm just going to do this. Even though I probably would have lost even with the wizard down. Yeah, but since we're using the king, obviously, we got to take advantage of this. Get some elixir up. Do our thing. Hold it down. Okay. Dude, I just jumped straight into this like I always do. I don't want that. I would like this, though. And then I'll go here. And we'll see, do we think that we win against this? No. So we'll take this. We'll get things going. As per usual, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to comment down below some questions for me, okay? They can be about anything, okay? And I'll decipher whether or not I want to answer them. Frig, we win. But I would love to. I would love to answer questions. So comment them down below. And then after this first game, I'll go to the last video where I will start answering a bunch of your questions over there, which should be pretty fun. Okay, what am I going up against now? This guy that I lost to earlier. This time, I'm going to let this kind of sit. So we'll hold this. I really need to barely lose here. Okay? I need to barely lose here. So hopefully our wizard in that front row will do work. It is not. It's actually doing a terrible job. So I don't think that we take out... Come on. Dude. What? I was not expecting that to do that well at all. They don't even have, like, they have, oh no, they have rangers. Frick, man. I needed to be paying better attention there. Okay. What do I want to go with here? Because I can sell this. Wouldn't mind getting more clan stuff. It's out again. Sell the P.E.K.K.A. Grab this. Okay, what am I going up against? Somebody who looks like they want to lose a lot. I have to be really careful losing here, though. Okay, so I want to barely lose if I lose. Come on, Valkyrie. I needed that Valkyrie going to the left. Okay, good. Because we have clan, we might... Come on. Bro. I'm gonna barely win, dude. No. I needed to remove something. Playing with the king is like so touchy, man. You have to be like super specific with what you're doing. I mean, I like the Valk here. Like, this feels pretty solid, actually. I'll sell this goblin now, and I'll throw this barbarian down here. Oh, there's the queen, which I obviously need. I've got the questions and all that kind of stuff pulled up as well for after this. Should be pretty fun for us. Executioner slaying out. Mega Knight gonna jump to the back line here. Come on, Valkyrie. I just need a little bit more damage from you before. And again, I don't mind losing. Come on, Executioner. Yes. Oh, dude, we're barely gonna win. Dang. Okay, well, we knocked him out, so I guess that's an acceptable time to win. We'll be full clan here as well, which means that I can get rid of this. Nice. 3-star Valkyrie's massive, bro. What the heck? Oh, and that. Oh, yeah. 1, 2. Oh, dang it. Okay, now we're hanging on here. Now We're hanging on here. We're feeling good. I'm going to move this queen up a little bit. All right, we'll see how we do against this guy. I lost to them earlier. They're not full rangers or anything. Our Valkyrie's gonna, I mean, we're gonna look at our Valkyrie, dude. Like, this is game over now. All you really need to do with the king is just get to where you have like a couple of 3 stars and you're feeling good, and then you just stop losing. Like, I mean, I lost twice, I think, and now I should be able to pop off against this guy. We're gonna have our 2-star queen here in just a second. And yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to get another barbarian, but is what it is. I am gonna move the executioner over to the left. Actually, probably put him right about here once things start going. This feels like a pretty good build, dude. Like, high key, man. Executioner wizard over here. Executioner should hit. Oh gosh, I really need my wizard to stay alive. Oh yes, dude, oh my gosh, the clan is insane, bro. The clan, look at the Valkyrie, man. What? It's nuts, dude. Is he fully cooked here? Do I have 6 down? Oh my gosh, that's unfair. What the heck? All right, well, I'm going to keep on going for clan. Now, let's go ahead. Again, I'm reading comments from the last video and continuing to chat with you guys about it. Nice. We got this right here. Who am I going up against? Okay. I think Valkyrie's probably the better choice to just take out the Barbarian. Happy holidays, Molt. Glad we're part of this journey. All the love. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas, Molt. Anyone reading, remember this, the reason for the season. Amen. Oh my goodness, this is a crazy ghost story. Yeah. I saw something similar when I was little, but didn't speak and went away on its own. So weird. Wow. 9 years later, glad to see you finding fun within Royale. Yeah. Okay, Radio Surge. First question here. Whoa, I didn't even take that out, dude. What the heck? First question here. What's your favorite historical time period? See, here's the thing. I feel like I could add in so many like stipulations, if you will. Ooh, that seems like that could be pretty good. Well, there's a queen for us. I'll run with this. We'll see if this works. So I really like the 40s. I think they're cool. I think that besides health risks, the 40s would have been a kind of a cool time to live. So I would say the 40s. I would have loved, and I know this isn't your question, like when would you have liked to have lived? I would have loved to have lived during the time of Jesus. I think that would have been awesome. Dude, am I gonna... Oh, I'm barely gonna win. Dang. I also have always really loved, like, knights. Why can I not pick that? That was really weird. Knights and castles and, like, all that kind of stuff. Dude, I need to hurry up and lose, bro. Knights and castles and, like, medieval times. But again, like, it's weird because, like, what's your favorite historical time period? The idea is, like, what? Like, learning about and hearing about or living in? Because it probably would have been brutal to live in other times when it comes to, like, all the ways that you could get hurt and sick. You know what I mean? Like, just a fever would kill you. When, like, my daughter just had a fever for 5 days, but we had medicine, so she's fine. All that kind of stuff is just kind of nuts to me sometimes to think about. Okay, I am going to need to... Sorry, I'm focusing up right here. So, I don't know. I would say medieval times and then, like, the 40s are ones that I like looking at and learning about and all that kind of stuff. I feel like this Valkyrie is going to run through this guy. I'm going to pull this off at the last second. Okay, your next question. What are some of your favorite movies? I get a vibe that you're a drama/thriller fan. I like a good, like, murder mystery type thing. Like a Knives Out type thing. But I also really enjoy... Whoa, I just got rocked. I also really enjoy... How to Train Your Dragon is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I just like it a lot. and I love a good animated thing like that. Sorry, I'm trying to focus while I do this. I mean, that's gonna be pretty good for us, huh? We're getting down towards the end of it now, and honestly, I don't think that I can lose anymore. So I need to put this down. That's full clan for us. Yeah, honestly, that's probably the best. But like, I'm trying to think of some movies that my wife and I have watched recently that I really enjoyed. Because yeah, I like a good thriller. I don't necessarily like horror stuff. But I like a good, like, thought-provoking thriller for sure. Why don't you comment and let me know some of your favorite movies that you think I should watch that are definitely in that genre? Because again, I'm definitely, I don't know, I like thinking when I watch movies, and I feel like that's why I like murder mysteries and things like that. The newest Knives Out was interesting. It definitely wasn't the best of all of them. And as a believer, I appreciated how they portrayed the not the main Monsieur or whatever the heck his name is. That guy was a loser. But the replacement guy, I liked him a lot. Okay, do you go down rabbit holes sometimes and it comes out empty? Could you share a story where the above scenario happened? Could you go down rabbit holes Do you go down rabbit holes sometimes and it comes out empty? You mean like, do I waste my time researching stuff just to realize that I wasted my time? Yes, all the time. Like, so, ooh, I mean, what do we think though? Like, I feel like I want the Executioner. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I want the Executioner. Maybe I can hide another one here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to lose to this dude, huh? Frig, bro. I mean, yeah, there's lots of times where I just... Like, doom scrolling is a real thing. And I don't have any... I don't have anything on my phone that allows me to doom scroll. So I'm super grateful for that. Please take out one more thing. Nice. Yeah, sick, dude. That's an awesome loss for us. But, I mean, I feel like you're probably asking a deeper question than I'm answering right now, which makes me a little bit sad because I want to answer your question for you. But I don't really... I try my best not to waste time doom scrolling, and... I think that doom scrolling is the epitome of like going down rabbit trails or rabbit holes. But maybe you're talking more like conspiracy theories and things like that where you do a bunch of research. But yeah, there are so often I do find myself spending time on the internet like going down rabbit holes, intentional or unintentional. And oh, dude, I lose here. Dang, that one was a bummer. I felt a little bit disconnected in that game. I don't know why. Yeah, that wasn't a good match. That one felt off. I don't know why. I don't really know what like the best build is right now. I'm just kind of like chilling, you know. I'll go in with this though. All right, what are you gonna do? Because I need to get better at the whole money situation. I have no idea if they put something else on there. Little Majin, do you have an example when you did that? Where you went down a rabbit hole and it came out empty? Merry Christmas, Molt. You're the best YouTuber I ever came across. Strive to be like you as a person one day. I appreciate that, man. Okay. So that was a good loss for us. I don't know if this is going to win. I think that mini P.E.K.K.A might take me out. Oh my gosh, no, it didn't at all. Okay. Dang, I wanted to lose there. Molt, your talk about the word is encouraging. Seeing icons profess faith is more motivating than a YouTube comment could describe. I appreciate that. Have you ever considered producing content that is centered on you talking about your faith or a different channel perhaps? Yeah, I have one. I haven't posted on it in maybe a week or so. And that is because of holidays and all that kind of stuff, but it's called the King's Table. So it's the King's Table, and you can find it there. I do mainly shorts on like stuff that I'm reading. So if you're interested in that, yeah, the King's Table. I've talked about it before on my main channel. I did a full video. I think it was like, this is my last video like this, I think was what the main one said. Okay, I need to see right now if I'm like able to get the build that I want, because this is feeling like friggin' crazy, dude. I have so much going on, and like, who am I going up against? I'm not gonna try and lose to this guy. He is those calculations would be way too friggin' hard. He's just cooked. He's done. Hey Mo, I had a similar experience. A semi clipped me in my Chevy Spark, really tiny car, and they kept it driving. Luckily okay, but it's wild how many hit and run. Oh yeah, dude. People just don't care about people anymore. Like, it's nuts. Okay, so we can go in with that, which does seem fairly interesting. I'll go that route. Can I get full? I forgot what it is. Oh no, I need the monk. I doubt I'm gonna find a monk though. If I'm honest, there's that, which is mighty nice. Can I find a monk? Because that'd be real. There it is. Frig, dude. Okay, I should be fine. If I lose to it, then we're gonna go full superstar, which is awesome. I have not done full superstar in a hot second. Ooh, let me lose here. I'm not going to. Wizard's gonna stay alive. Mortar's doing a good job, but we win. Okay, got another one to read here. We'll go ahead and snag this. What do I need to get rid of? I need to get rid of. You're not. Yeah, get rid of you. Go here. Boom. There we go. Sell this. Go here. Nice. Anything else that I can do? No. So we'll kind of hold on here. We got, dude, clan and full superstar is kind of crazy. Season's greeting you and your family. Thank you for spreading joy and love with your content and your religious beliefs. I always watch your videos, even if it is a little bit after coming back from work. It helps me sleep a lot better. Yo, I appreciate it. I used to watch people's videos to do that. Always wish a speedy recovery for your daughter. Yo, thank you. I appreciate that. She ended up recovering fine. She had a fever for 5 days, which is obviously scary, and you just don't like it as a parent. But she's fine. Did we just win? Sick, dude. You have a question, which I will read in just a second. Okay, let's jump into it, because sorry, we'll put this in here, and then what is my okay, my opponent's going in with that. Yeah, I mean, sure. I think this will actually survive longer and still lose, and maybe we can take something out. My question to you maybe is something that might cause you sadness, and completely understand if you don't want to answer at all. I'm sorry if it hurts you in any way, but here it goes. Do you miss Nick at Night and creating content with him? I've been watching your videos for over a decade now, and at one point you guys were virtually inseparable. And if there is something that you would want to tell him through your videos, what would it be? Sure, I can answer this. I lost there, which is awesome. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Kind of want to go superstars again, but maybe that isn't the best idea. I'll take this off. At this point in time, because it's been so long since everything happened, I don't really miss creating content. I miss the relationship because, yeah, Nick and I were best friends. We were best men in each other's weddings, and we talked to each other every single day. Literally every single day we talked to each other. I'm not going to level up the monk there because I want to try and get the other superstars, if at all possible. Sell this, get that 2-star monk, which is really nice. Go here, and then what am I going up against? Okay, I will sell you now, and I'll go this route. Sure. Get off. I didn't want to put that down. Hopefully we're still able to lose. I don't miss that. The Bible says don't desire the days of old. And that doesn't mean like don't have good memories. It means like don't miss out on today because you're so focused on wishing that yesterday was still the present. And I don't wish that I was still in that time. I'm grateful for where I am, and the Lord's grown me so much over the last couple of years that like, no, I don't, what am I doing? You go away. We'll go here. You come in here. Nice. Okay. And the last one right there is that E-Giant, which I will buy next. No, I need to buy it now. There we go. I got to be careful here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this, dude. The heck? I should be able to beat this guy. What I would want to tell Nick is, and I've said this before, at least in Ash's video, you don't have to agree with somebody to love them. You don't have to agree with somebody to be friends. I think that that's dumb. I think that it's really, really broken to think that I have to agree with what someone says or does in order to show that I love them. There's a verse, I believe it's in Proverbs, that says, wounds from a friend are greater than kisses from an enemy. Meaning, friendship, true friendship, will have disagreement, and you will have to say hard things to people that you care about. There are people at my church that I have great relationships with that I've had to sit down and say, you are wrong in this. And it's not okay. Like, I've had hard discussions with people that I care about, and I think that those are important. What the other dude, I just got ran over by that guy. What that verse is saying also is that, like, kisses from an enemy is like people who don't really care about you will gas you up. They'll build you up, and then they'll just agree to agree. And with everything that happened with Nick, like, I don't agree with that. Plain and simple. Does that mean that I hate him? No, not at all. Like, that's a ridiculous, illogical statement to say just because I disagree with somebody means that I hate them. Like, that's wrong. That doesn't make any sense. And I don't know. I mean, I tried to reach out. I sent a couple of texts after everything was announced and happened that was like kind, and was like, hey, this doesn't affect our relationship, blah, blah, blah. Never received any. I sent multiple messages, never received anything back. And it is what it is. Like, you move on, whatever. Like, I was hurt by it, but at this point it's like, all right, cool, fine. If our relationship didn't mean anything to you to the point where just because I disagree with you, now I'm worthless and have no value, then fine, sure. I don't know. But I've seen some stuff that he said about me. And also, when I say he, in this sense, it's not because I'm trying to be disrespectful. If you want to be called Nicole, fine, that's a name. But I don't believe that you are a woman. I believe that God designed man and woman very specifically, and I think that it would be incorrect of me to call you a woman. I think it'd be disrespectful to my wife, who is a woman, who birthed my children, for me to say that he is a woman. I'll gladly call somebody a different name, whatever, sure. But I'm not going to say that you are something that I don't believe you are. I think that would not only be disrespectful to you, disrespectful to my wife, but also disrespectful to God. So that's where my mind is on that kind of stuff. And again, if you want to be offended that I don't agree with you on something, like, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. It doesn't necessarily make sense. People disagree with me all the time, and like, that's fine. We can exist as human beings and disagree like that. That's allowed. Dude, what the heck is going on my board right now? I'm so confused, bro. What am I going up against? I'm gonna put this down. I'm not sure if I'm gonna beat that. But yeah, that was a little bit rambly. I've answered a lot of that stuff on an interview with Clash with Ash. I'm gonna grab this Valkyrie. I don't even really know what I'm building towards right here. I'm kind of just grabbing stuff. Come on, Dark God. Okay, nice. Now I might try and go like full Rangers, honestly, if I can. Sell this. Can I get full Rangers? Oh, dang, that would have been nice. All right, so there's this. You snag this again. I will gladly sell this and this. Didn't need that. I needed this Barbarian. We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go here. Sell this. Sell this. I don't know why I put that one. Oh, no, I needed the Wizard. Frig, I might lose, dude. Oh, no, nice. They're already knocked. I just got really lucky. There's the Wizard. I think leveling up the Queen's probably the better play there. There's the Wizard. Nice. We're about to flip this, man. Watch this, y'all. Snag that. Go here. Get rid of this. There's another Queen. Princess. Here. But yeah, I would encourage you guys, like, you can lovingly disagree with people. It is a possibility. And I think a lot of times, it seems like culture is getting a little bit better at it now. But people are like, nah, if you don't agree with me, then like screw you. And it's like, whoa, what the heck, man? So we're all supposed to no, I don't like pasta, so you're not my friend anymore. I don't know, crazy. I'm gonna move on though. Hey MOLT, it was really cool you reading my comment the other day. My question is, what made you start YouTube? Oh, don't get me started on how bad the driving has gotten. It's bad. What made me start YouTube? It was just fun at first, man. Like, I've been doing it for over 12 years now. I played Clash of Clans. I enjoyed Clash of Clans. It was a lot of fun. I found Flammy's videos. That was the first person that I ever watched. Was a guy named Flammy. And he actually, I believe, owns the Clash of Clans Reddit. Like, r/Clash of Clans, I believe, is Flammy, which is, like, crazy. So that's pretty cool. But it was that, and then I was like, I feel like I can make videos. I was a creative person. I did video stuff in college. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to try this. And so I just did it. I did it for fun. I wasn't even thinking about money. I didn't know that you can make money off of it. I did it for a year and a half, and I made like $1, I think. And then it took off. Probably not $1, maybe 20 bucks over like a year and a half as I waited for it to grow and started understanding that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I started because it was fun, and it wasn't the cool thing to do. Influencers weren't a thing. Like, it's a different time, man. It's a different time with social media now, which is crazy. But I'm happy I started, obviously. It's been a lot of fun. Okay. Another Wizard for us. Another Wizard. Dang, I mean, yeah, sure, I'll hold on to it. Oh, nice. That Valk is... Oh, now I'll sell the Wizard. Just because we already had one. Dude, this guy's cooked now. I'm going to screenshot this real quick because that feels like it. Actually, this is probably the better screenshot, huh? Boom. Yes, I will probably Photoshop a 3 on the Executioner just for the sake of consistency. Okay. I'm so glad to find your channel. You're a great guy. Play my favorite mobile game and talk about you as the best channel ever. Yeah, I appreciate that, Fabio. Merry Christmas to you and your family, MOLT. I have a question about Moko. I know you've stopped playing, but are you going to give the new Neo Moko? I did. I haven't played it yet, but I watched Kairos' video on it. A try. They recently flew some Moko creators out to Supercell HQ to playtest a new version and expected to launch early next year. Looks very promising. I mean, yeah, I'll mess around with it. Do I still dabble with Snap? No, but I am actually helping. I'm working with Second Dinner to help them with Marvel Snap and like their creators and stuff, which has been a lot of fun for me. Because I'm not going to do this forever. You know, eventually I'm going to do other stuff. And I would love to work in the community. So, yeah. All right, what are we looking at here? I'm going to sell this and snag this, and this is what we'll stick for the first one. Okay, hey, MOLT, Merry Christmas. Just wondering, have you ever thought about doing gaming videos like Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA, or Fortnite? I think that'd be awesome to watch. I was... Excuse me, man, I'm congested right now, dude. My coffee messing with me? I was one of the first people to stream and cover Fortnite. I used to love it. But as I've gotten older, I am not... Do I lose to this? As I've gotten older, I'm not as reactive, and so I play different types of games. So I probably wouldn't do that. I wouldn't play GTA just because the content can be a little not PG, if you will. But I have always wished that I could be... Do you know who Co Carnage is? I always wish that I could be like him. Someone who just sits down and plays storyline games. But I can't do that. I've tried. That's not why people like me. And I'm not really at the point in my life or my career where it's like, hey, I'm going to put the effort required into this to make it grow, you know? What am I going for here? Because I feel like I'm kind of all over the place right now. Maybe we go in with this. What am I going up against? That. I think we'll lose to that. So I'll stick in with this. That's so funny. Hey, Malt, Merry Christmas. Just wanted to say the Lord has appeared to me recently, and I'm trying to learn and let him be a part of my life. That's awesome. What tips do you have for merch tactics? I think I'm a decent player, but want to get better. I mean, tips? I don't even follow the tips that I would give you. My tips would be to... Sorry, let me focus up real quick. Oh, dang. I mean, my tips to you would be to always see what the other opponent has. Try and block what people are building towards. So if you see, like, I see this guy, he's got the queen, so I can't really block the goblins, but it's like, oh, okay, he's got a regular P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to try and block P.E.K.K.A. from him. Or watch somebody else. I'm going to try and block such and such. But also not getting stuck in one thing and being able to pivot to be like, oh, okay, it looks like somebody else is getting those cards. I'm not able to get those. I'm going to have to pivot so that I can actually continue to play or whatever. That was pretty close. But it's important to see what your opponent is doing. Try and block them. Blocking is incredibly important in this game. That Spirit Gob's huge now, man. What the heck? That gives me Berserker, which is not bad. Or, I'm sorry, that gives... Huh, I've got Berserker, I've got Clan, I've got a couple of things that are working for me right now. Not bad. I think we'll be fine here. But yeah, I mean, those are the main things. And then honestly, like, I think Retake is still posting videos. Watch Retake. He's super smart. And knows a lot about the game as well. Holy cow, dude. I mean, obviously my goal here is still to lose. Oh, dude, I think I'm barely going to lose, which is going to be awesome. Ooh, nice. Okay, that was a good loss right there. That was a really good loss. I don't really know what I'm building towards, though. So this feels a bit strange currently. There's Valkyrie. There's another Barbarian. I'm actually going to pivot now. Another thing that you need to get really good at is pivoting. Valkyrie here. Now we're full clan. Queen down there. What else can I put down there instead of this? I think that's probably the better option for us. Sell that P.E.K.K.A. now, even though that other guy had one. Not really too worried about it. Sell this. Get that Valkyrie up. That's big time. Clean. And we're going up against somebody who's already knocked. So, that's great. That story, that's because you weren't sleeping good and made you see stuff from your imagination. I'm sorry that you're, and this is not to be mean, this is just a logical statement. I'm sorry that your scope is so narrow-minded that you would say, that you would write that off and just be like, no, that's just because you were sleeping. It's fairly ignorant, but if that's what you want to believe, go ahead. How about it? Hey, Mo, been a fan since watching you play Clash when I was starting secondary high school, and now I'm in university. I know that you are a European person because of, at least I think you are, because of your verbiage there. Wanted to know how I can start my journey with the Lord, such as what to read or do, etc. Happy holidays and wishing nothing but health and prosperity for you and your family. So, awesome. Dude, I'm so stoked that you want to do that, that you want to start your relationship with the Lord. First, prayer is a huge thing, and let me tell you this because it is incredibly important to know. Oh, no, please tell me that I'm fine against this guy. I think I am. Oh, yeah. Easily. Prayer is incredibly important. And it doesn't have to be like this specific rule-following thing. You're just like you're talking to your friend. Like the Bible says we're a friend. We're a friend of Jesus. And like that's so refreshing. So when you're pursuing in that sense of friendship, I want you to really, I don't know why I'm doing this, bro. I can't focus when I'm trying to like spam all this stuff at the same time. Don't take it so seriously. Like, and don't take, like, yes, take it seriously. You're talking about the creator of the universe. You're talking to the creator of the universe. So take it seriously in that sense and acknowledge that. But also recognize that he's your father. And a lot of people don't have good relationships with their dads. Am I really going to lose here, dude? Whoa. I needed to readdress some layout there or something, because that should have been an easy win for me. And he wants to talk to you. Like, just, so start with that. Start with just conversations. And over time, like, once you've accepted the Lord and you have the Holy Spirit and you're able to lean on that, prayer's going to change for you. Prayer's changed a lot for me over the last couple of years. But I would say start in the Gospels. Maybe start reading Luke or John, and learn who Jesus was. Learn about the person of Jesus. Listen to his words. See how he responds to people. See the things that he says to do, and the things that will help you live a life that represents him. Let me go through this real quick. Executioner is definitely an option of something that I would like to have. I'll grab this queen too. We want to lose here again if we can. So I'm going to have those gank him, and then the goblin will come back. But yeah, just start reading in the Gospels. Learn who Jesus is. Like, don't worry about reading a lot of the other stuff. You will get there. All of it is important. All of it is good. All of it will draw you closer to the Lord. But I think the first steps are learning who Jesus is. So I would say that. Happy holidays. Wishing nothing but health and prosperity for you and your family. P.S. I know you mentioned something similar around 25 to 26 minute mark, but I'd like to know more. Prayer is a very... Oh, nice. Somebody commented something very similar to what I would have said. So that's awesome. I'm going to pull this back because, again, I am still trying to lose here. You might not hear anything, but he is listening. Yes, prayer. Incredibly important. There's something called listening prayer, where as you grow in your relationship, you'll be able to listen and grow in that way. And that is so good and awesome and encouraging. Okay, I need to find... There he is. There's that wizard. So now that I'm at this point in the game, we are going to just like go in here and rip it up pretty much, because I need to make sure that I am able to win here. What am I going up against? Yeah, I should be good here with this. Full clan, looking solid. Should be able to take them out. Okay, I have a question for you today. First is, what's your favorite memory from school? That's a fun question. And second question is, how do you feel about the new David movie coming out? I already went and saw it. Also, hope you had a Merry Christmas and enjoy celebrating Jesus. We went and took my son to see young David, and it was great. If you have kids, I would highly suggest it. It was awesome. And my son really enjoyed it. I feel like their portrayal of David and his relationship with God and his songs and his strength and all of that was really, really cool. I think that for it being like desired to be a kid's movie, I think that it was great, and I would definitely encourage you, if you have kids, to go and take them to it. Favorite memory from school. I feel like I have a lot of memories from baseball because I was a baseball player in high school. I loved playing baseball. I was very good at baseball. And I just have a lot of memories around that. Let me focus in on this real quick. Prince. There's a wizard for us. That's nice. Sell this. Go here. Nice. 3-star Dark Gob. That's money. And we'll hold on now. Like one thing that comes to mind is, and this is because I was kind of a cocky pitcher because I was a really good pitcher. And I was standing on the mound pitching, obviously. And there's a guy on first who was leading too much. And I was like, what are you doing? And so I kept throwing back to first. And in the dugout, the other team would go, one guy, if you guys played sports, you remember how this like took place. There was like a chant leader type person. And he would go, did he get him? And then everybody else would go, no. And then that one guy would go, then why did he throw? And then the rest of them would say, I don't know. And so they're just like trying to get in my head and try and make me stop like going after the dude. So I threw over to first twice, and they did that chant again and again. Third time, they did it again and again. And then the fourth time, the guy was leading, and I threw, and I got him out at first. And I walked down the mound and looked at them, and I said, did he get him? Because, again, I was a 17-year-old kind of cocky kid. And my coach was like, hold. Don't even think about it. Just like on to me immediately because I was being so cocky because of what I just did in getting him out. But I don't know why that's one of the ones that stands out to me. I just remember how significant it was because I felt like a boss. Like, I'm going to be honest. The whole other team was yelling at me, trying to mess me up. And then I went down and just like, oh, and they were dead quiet. And I don't know. I don't know why that popped in my head, but that's a funny one. I'm not like that anymore. I guess sometimes I can be. If people are being sarcastic and messing with me like that, and I do something like that, then I don't know. It's probably not right. In fact, I would say that it's not, but it's pretty funny at the moment. Okay, hey, Molt, really appreciate you responding, brother. I'd like to pick your brain more on content creation. Okay. Did we just win? Cool, dude. I'm having fun, man. I got a lot of questions. It looks like we're kind of coming towards the end of this, so we'll keep on playing and hanging out. I've watched your journey since before you and Nick created draft mode with the deck of cards. I am currently 40 and looking to go down a new path in life and work in something I love for a change. Just gonna do this because again we're trying to lose here and take that off. Okay, you don't have to respond in every video. Just know you're an inspiration and hope you and your family continue to thrive in the Lord. I appreciate that. I think that content creation is just so hard right now. It's so incredibly saturated, man. Like it's absolutely ridiculous how saturated content creation is right now. Bro, I really want that queen, man. All right, this guy's got assassins. I'm gonna do this and just see how we can do. You really need to do it not like you just said you want to go down a new path in life and work in something I love for a change. You cannot go into content creation, at least in my opinion, wanting to make money, because when it doesn't come, then you're bummed out and you quit. You quit like before you should quit. And you just end up getting discouraged and then end up feeling like you wasted your time and all this kind of stuff. And it can just be bad. So I would say that you need to do it for fun first. You need to not quit your job to do it. Find a niche that you enjoy and go for it, not expecting to quit your job. If you go into it expecting to quit your job, you're most likely going to be disappointed. And I don't want that to happen. So that's my advice there. Mo, you are by far the worst game player. All love, brother. Keep working on it. But I've never played him, man. Relax, dude. And I'm also answering all these questions and talking to you guys. You're crazy, bro. Why you gotta be so mean to me? Definitely gonna go in with that. Definitely gonna go in here. Sell this, go here. All right, now I'm gonna put all these out here, huh? Wizard, sick. Almost missed out on that. Sell this, go here. Sell this, Valkyrie. Queen. All right. Looking like we're in a good spot. I'm going to need throwers after this. Person saying you can only play any ruler in 2500 wrong. I'm at 3500 and play with every ruler. Yeah, I know. I agree. Hey, Mo, I have a couple questions for you. First, do you believe anyone can be saved by Christ, or are there unforgivable sins that can make it impossible to be forgiven? I think that there are videos that you can look up that will answer that better than I can in these few moments as I speak about this. But in the Bible, it talks about the unforgivable sin of blaspheming the Holy Spirit. And to me, if you blaspheme the Holy Spirit, which doesn't mean like if, like I think there's, yeah, I mean it's a very deep thing to try and answer while I'm playing Merge Tactics. I do believe that anybody can be saved. I know a lot of people believe in predestination, and like there are times where I do. I'm not really sure. Because there is lots of stuff biblically there about it. But I also feel like the Lord created all of us with the chance to be saved. And I know, yeah, you have people like Pharaoh who he hardened his heart, but like he hardened his heart because his heart was already hardened and he knew his heart well enough. I don't know. I do think that anybody who genuinely calls out to the name of the Lord and desires to be saved can. We see somebody like Paul who murdered so many believers, and then the Lord used him and redeemed his story for the Lord's glory. So, yes, I've watched some videos, especially by Wes Huff. If you want a Christian content creator to watch, you need to go watch Wes Huff's videos because he is incredible. That's what I would encourage you to do, is go and watch Wes Huff. I don't want to lose this, so I'm going to sell this and level this up. I think that's probably going to be the better play there. I also need to see where all of his stuff is lined up. He is going in with assassins, so I'm going to drop this back a little bit. Very interesting question, though. I worry that I might go to hell no matter what I do. If you are pursuing the Lord, if you genuinely, like, the Bible says, for it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not of your own doing. It is a gift from God, not by works, so that no man can boast. So in saying that, like, it is a gift from the Lord, and it's not by works, it's not by anything you can do. It is, you are saved by his grace through your faith. So if you pursue him faithfully and you have faith in who he says he is, then he is faithful to save you and redeem you. And so that's all I really have to say about that. Like, he meets you where you are. So I don't want you to feel like you've done too much to pursue him. I don't want you to feel like you've done too much to be saved. He died on the cross to forgive your sins, past, present, and future. Yeah, pursue him. Second, when asking the Lord to reveal himself, how do I know if he comes? I'd say you would know. Like, that's kind of the first thing that I would say there is you would know. Golly, I'm trying to focus on this too, man. But like, it takes time, man, and I want you, when it comes to that, like, prayer of, like, reveal yourself to me, like, it's not a one and done sort of thing where it's like, oh shoot, well, I guess he's not real. It needs to be a genuine pursuit, and like, sometimes he reveals himself through, like, us reading his word. In fact, I would say most of the time he reveals himself through reading his word. So if you're just like standing there expecting him to show up in the clouds, like that doesn't really show faith on your part. Like you need to pursue him. You need to spend time in his word. You need to spend time praying even when you don't get answers. There are so many times where I don't get answers. Sometimes you're expecting a yes and you're like, oh, since I didn't get a yes, he didn't answer my prayer. And it's like, no, you got to know, or you got to not now. But because you wanted a yes, you think that he's not real. But like, yes isn't the only answer that he gives. I don't know. So yeah. Do you think you would be where you're at today, e.g. having... Oh, did you... Wait, did you reworded it? I'm dead, dude. That's hilarious. So this, we go here. Dude, I'm crushing it with this build right now. Okay, you reworded it. Do you think you would be where you're at today, e.g. having over 2 million subscribers on your main account and all the places you've been to and all the experiences and opportunity you've had because of Clash Royale? Does that help? What's your... Oh, you mean like without Clash Royale, would I be where I am? I mean, I got to over 1 million subscribers with playing Bloons Tower Defense. So Clash Royale isn't what quote unquote made me as a YouTuber. I could still be playing. There are still Bloons YouTubers who are crushing it. So I could have continued to play Bloons and still be where I'm at 100%. I genuinely believe that. Like Bloons did so much for... what am I looking for here? I'm looking for a ranger. Bloons Tower Defense did so much for me and my career. Like Bloons put me on the map even more than Clash of Clans did. So yeah, I could be... If Clash Royale never came out, yeah, I would have been fine. Like 100%. I remember so many YouTubers being like, dude, how are you crushing it with Bloons Tower Defense right now? And then Nick and I started playing stupid things like Bowmasters, and we would get 2 million views on those. We did something called an insult simulator, and that video got like over 1 million views. So yeah, I didn't need Clash Royale. Absolutely did not need Clash Royale. I loved the game, and it offered me a lot, but I didn't need it. Hey, Mo, I want to tell you that I consider you a role model in my life. I admire the way you think, and I want to ask you, what was your favorite sport you used to play? Baseball, for sure. I was going to play in college, but I hurt my arm. If you know the story of me having a rope string wrap around it, you can see how jacked up my arm is, like compared to this one. So this one right over here had a rope string wrap around it, cut all my dreams of being a pitcher, sent them out the window. Even though I definitely, like, I weighed 150 pounds and could throw 83 miles an hour. You put 20 pounds on me, like 170 when I was younger, and I'm throwing almost 90, and then you get me up to 180, 190 by the end of college, like, I'm a freaking beast. So yes, I know that baseball was definitely my favorite. I needed that. I think I'd rather do this to give myself some ranger action as well. And we can put that up there, which would be pretty good. So yeah, baseball for sure. As a Muslim, I respect that you are becoming more religious and making yourself a better human being. If you can try to read. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Islam. And I respect the fact that you are devoted to your religion, but to me, Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. The only way to the Father is through me, so I don't believe in other religions. I believe in Jesus and what Jesus said, and he said that he is the only way. And so I appreciate you saying that I might like to read that, but to me, if I'm going to read anything about other religions, it's so that I can talk to people who believe that and show them that Jesus is the only way. But I appreciate your comment. Hey, Mo, I would like your advice on something. Awesome. I would love to give you my advice. Okay, let's see. Can I take out one thing here? Wait, why did they get a 2-star already? I'm cooked. Hey, Mo, I would like to ask you some advice. So I'm a fellow believer in Christ. I was raised on the King James Version of the Bible and strictly only that. Okay? I'm now 25 and married. My wife and I read the Bible together regularly. I find myself having a hard time understanding the concept the Bible is teaching, trying to understand the old words. I've debated about trying a modern English version, but I'm at a crossroads because of it. I was always told the KJV is the only right one. What advice would you give? What version do you read, sir? Thank you. I read the ESV, and I absolutely love it. And what I can say to that about the KJV being the right version, I would say that that is incorrect, because the original scripture, the Septuagint, was written in Greek, and then you have after that Hebrew. So like if you want to read the only right one, it's reading the original manuscripts. So no, the King James Version is not the only one that you should read. I don't believe that you should read things like, I don't believe that your main Bible should ever be like just the Message version. I think that it's okay to look at that sometimes, next to things like ESV. NLT is one that I used to read for a while. I'd say it's in between something like the ESV and the Message version. NLT kind of simplifies things. But I think it's good to read different versions, but I also think that it's important to understand some of the original context. So like I don't have it up here. I have my regular ESV, but like the ESV Study Bible is what I use. It's massive. It's very, very big. And inside of it, it dives into a lot of what the actual original manuscripts said. So I would encourage you to get like an ESV Study Bible. In fact, I would say get an ESV Study Bible, and you and your wife read through that. That is what my wife and I read. Okay, well, I love watching your content. I'm not a Christian, I'm a Muslim. Since you love talking about religion, I would encourage you to read the Quran to learn to know more about Jesus. Edit. If you really want to learn more, I would refer you to a channel called Muslim Lantern. He is more knowledgeable about Muslim than myself. I can kind of answer that with what I said earlier to the previous question. I appreciate your desire to share something with me that you find valuable. That is the same thing that I am doing here, sharing something with you guys that I find valuable. And so I genuinely appreciate you desiring to do that. And I appreciate you wanting to share something that you think could help. Again, like I mentioned earlier, in the Bible, Jesus says, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. The only way to the Father is through me. And so if I do read things from other religions, it would be, like I said, to learn so that I could have conversations with them and point them to the person of Christ in the biblical manuscripts. We'll go here. There we go. Also, for those of you who aren't religious, thank you for sitting through these conversations. The reason I like talking about it is because my relationship with the Lord, my Creator, is the most important thing in my life. More than YouTube, more than my family. The Bible talks about that. Is that anybody puts like father and mother, family, anything before me, then they are not like gonna be in my kingdom. And a lot of people might hear that like, wait, how does your wife feel about you putting the Lord before her? It's like, that's what she wants me to do. I love her better because I do that. I love my wife better because Jesus is the most important thing in my life. If I put her first, she would fail me. Jesus never fails me, and because of that, it takes the weight off of her. He's the most important thing to me, and because of that, I'm able to love her well. Somebody wants to fight in the comments, which is funny. I love that you call me out for, quote unquote, having no imagination for saying that The Witcher show sucks. I love The Witcher as a series. I love The Witcher books, and The Witcher games are some of my favorite games of all time. All those things inspired the show you watch. Yes, it is true. It's not that I have a bad imagination, I just don't enjoy bad writing, which is what the show is. Something that exists strictly to turn your brain off and be consumed by the masses. If you're a fan of brainless slop, then more power to you. you clearly have a little bit of a desire to fight with somebody on the internet. But yeah, I get what you're saying. And I read up a lot on the original actor for... oh man, I needed that. Frig. I read up a lot on the original actor for The Witcher, who was a mega fan of the Witcher series, which the game series, and I believe books and all that kind of stuff, which is why he wanted to be a part of it. In fact, he challenged the writers so much to be more like the games that they ended up firing him, because he was just like, no, you guys aren't representing the game well, so they ended up firing him. So I imagine, as you being a fan of The Witcher, he was probably a bigger fan, or at least an equivalent fan, and that's one of the reasons why he left. So I can see what you're saying about maybe the newest one, which I do agree doesn't really do it for me like the other ones do. And I apologize for saying that you don't have any imagination, but like watching something like The Witcher, it can be brainless slop for people to turn their brains off, for sure. Yeah, 100%. It can be that, but it isn't only that. I can watch it, and it can remind me of D&D games that I've played with people, because I used to play D&D a lot. My buddy who let it moved. We're going to start a virtual one soon. But watching that allows my mind to like travel outside of The Witcher and into D&D stuff and all of that. And so that's what I mean by like, I'm not limiting myself within the Witcher series to just like shut my brain off. I'm in it because I like I like the world. I like the IP of it. And I don't have time to play games. I play games for a living. And so at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell my family, hey, I want to go and play more games. I wish that I had played The Witchers and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I knew that there were books, so that's kind of dope. Maybe I'll read some of the books. I think that could be really fun. But yeah, I apologize if I started some sort of I didn't mean to attack you when it comes to saying that your imagination was bad. I apologize. I'll have to look at some of that other stuff. But again, I get what you're saying. I agree with the existence of brain rot and think that it is doing terrible things to the human mind and to culture and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, the way that I approach things like that is I try and not allow it to rot my brain. In fact, I was watching it the other day. I was watching The Witcher the other day, and it was like a crazy fight scene. And I think I watched maybe like 5 minutes. And I was like, I'm going to go read a book. I literally turned it off and was like, I'm going to go read a book. And I went and read a book instead of watching it, because it was, oh man, if that barbarian had stayed with the, please take out the barbarian. Yes. It felt rough. And I was like, I don't know if I want to be consuming this content. So, okay, we'll go here. Valkyrie. I'll throw this out there and I'll take this one off because we're doing well enough here that I think I'll be fine. If you believe in Christianity, how can you explain that you worship one God, not three gods of people who embrace a religion other than Christianity? The Trinity is not three gods. Like the Bible explains that. Again, like I answered somebody earlier. There will be videos that can answer that more than me while I'm playing Merge Tactics. But let me figure this out. Okay, Barbarian. That. Sell. Mini P.E.K.K.A. Dart Gob, we probably are going to end up wanting. Spear Gob, sell that. Go here. Okay, take this off. I think that I actually really need to make sure that I win now. So I'm going to do this. And I might end up being in trouble. But the Trinity, simply put, is the three persons of the one God. Like Jesus, his son, being God in human flesh, and the Holy Spirit. Like there's Yeah, that's the type of thing that you would need to watch a video from maybe the Bible Project is one. If you want to look up Bible Project, Holy Spirit Explained, that would probably be more beneficial for you than what I can come up with in the next, or not come up with, but that I can explain in the next couple of minutes. What do I need to put down? We have all that. Dark Up is what I need to put down now. And if any of you guys that are believers down below want to go into answering these things more, like, by all means, I think that would be awesome. Okay, that's all the questions, so this is going to be our last game. Holy cow, that was a long video. We're still rolling, though. We climbed up a little bit here. The Clan Throwers Rangers build is nasty, dude. Like, it is crushing it. I can't lose anymore, so I kind of got to hold it down here. Also need to read this. Okay, nice. 3-star right there is big time. Buy this. Yeah. Looking for a Valkyrie if I can grab one, but obviously it appears that other people have that Valkyrie. No. Fix yourself. What is that? Why is that even happening? Whoa. I didn't like that at all. I'll go here with the Executioner. See how it can do for us. 3-star Executioner should actually be huge. Yeah, watch that Queen. Queen's getting ripped. All right, come on, Valkyrie. Go down. Go down. Why is that Valkyrie surviving so long? Come on, Executioner. Sick, dude. That was money. Oh my gosh, that was money. Okay, here. Sell this here. That's good. Okay. Hanging in there. See how we do here. I really need to take that out. I'm gonna have to go Executioner. Maybe right there. I guess I can go Executioner right here. Okay. Executioner should rip up the Inferno Tower as well as... Okay. Why is it not hitting anything in the backline? Is that really too far? That sucks. Okay. Stop doing your thing, Monk. Nice. Executioner just lit up that... Oh my gosh. Yes, dude. Money. Nice. All right, we're going to end up winning here. It's finally sunny outside. I might try and go for a bike ride today, dude, if I can. Sell this, grab this. Ooh, there's a Valkyrie. I can't get it, though. Yo, I got to go to the bathroom so bad, man. I've drank my whole coffee and then almost this whole thing. This is a long video. There were lots of questions for me to answer. And like, here's the thing, I'm fallible. So a lot of my answers to things, especially religiously, I'm not going to know everything. Like the Bible even says that his thoughts are so much higher than ours. So if I try and explain things, there will be times where I'm incorrect. But that's why it's by grace through faith. Like there are some things that we just have to have, or that I just have faith in. Like I just believe. And like, it's not an argument or anything like that for me. My relationship with the Lord is based off of my experiences with him and my faith in him. Plain and simple. All right, y'all, crushing it, dude. We climbed up a good bit there. I got to open up all of these, but you know what? I'm going to do that in just a second. I have to go to the bathroom. Like I said, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.